Right, this is a special lesson teaching men how to iron a shirt. It is strictly men only, and ladies should cancel this video immediately and move on to another one. Now the essentials are obviously a shirt, and you need to make sure it's not one that hasn't been washed, because that's a waste of time. So you need to make sure it's been washed. The best way, take a sniff under the armpits, that smells about right, so that one will do fine. The second most important thing, I suppose, is an ironing table. And then of course we need an iron. Now on an iron, gentlemen, there is a dial here, which is really there only to make ladies think that they're doing something technical. The fact of the matter is, just turn it up all the way, and that's great, especially for polyesters, nylons and silk. Now those are the sort of things that you need, but most importantly you need a good bottle of gin. I'm using gin. You could use vodka, you could use whiskey, or anything to suit yourself, really. And you need to pour a large portion of gin, whiskey, vodka, whatever, and I'm going to put a mixer in of tonic water, so just a splash of tonic water, that'll do that. And then I have a bowl of ice here. So we'll take a lump of ice, just dip it in for a few minutes. That's cool enough, right? Great, you don't want to water it down too much. So cheers, and we'll get started. Now then, let's get myself sorted here. Great stuff, that. So, the first thing we do is the collar. And it's important to make sure that the collar is laid flat on the table. And then taking the iron, this one has steam coming out of it, we have a quick go over that. That's jolly good, and that now requires a little more. So cheers. And that's it. So, having done the collar, the next thing to do is the yoke here. You see, we pop it over the end of the table and take the iron, quick over, jolly good. Now we're doing really well here, so we need a rest, and that's fine. Just a little top up, and a reasonable portion of tonic water. Cool it down a little bit. That's great. Now we turn around and do the other bit of the yoke. That's great. So fine. So we're going great guns here, and having done that, you now need to do the sleeves. Now I can assure you that summertime is the best time to do ironing, because in the summertime, or for those people who live in warmer climes where you can only wear short sleeve shirts, it's much better, because with a long sleeve shirt it's difficult. You have to do the cuff like that, and and put it on, and just have a really good. And if you get a bit of a crease like I've got there, just get a little bit of the gin and slub it on, and then you can iron it out, and it comes much better. And you get rid of all those sticky things there. But if you iron the sleeves too difficult, then just cut them off and do without it. You'll see I can throw that away. And now you have a short sleeve shirt which is much, much easier to iron. You see that? Much, much easier to iron indeed. Now we just, by Jove, it's hard work. They're lovely stuff, that Gordon's gin. I find that I can do about a shirt every hour, and it's very satisfying when you cool it down again, back it up, and then always, because now I've got a short sleeve and a long sleeve, so we better just match it up, otherwise it's no good. So we just take the other sleeve off, and that will save a bit of time there. So now we have to do one side of the shirt, front of the shirt, and we can do that by putting it over like that, you see, and then you don't need to worry about ironing this bottom bit, because that's the bit that you tuck inside your trousers, and it's a waste of time ironing it. So just have a go at the top end like that, and then move round to the back, and the same again. Leave the bottom, don't waste iron time, and have a go at that, you see. And then you keep going round, moving it around like that, just sort of getting it on like that, and we're getting on really well here. We've ironed nearly half a shirt. Both the sleeves have been done. I think, on the whole, I can say congratulations to myself. And then this bit round here can be done like that. Great stuff. And then we move to the other side of the front where the buttons are. Now, I find the buttons to be a bit of a bloody nuisance. So the easiest way to deal with that is just sort of cut the buttons off. Like, you know, you can just cut them off, and that it saves all the messing about trying to iron around them, and they can always be sewn on again at a later date. So that's what I find is the best way to deal with the button side. And you don't need to worry about being too neat, because there are other people who can repair these things for you as and when necessary. And, you know, it's modern. I think it's modern. And you can leave the top button on because it doesn't really get in the way. That bit goes under your tie, and so no worries there. And so we can now iron away, pardon, can now iron away without having to worry about the buttons. So there, I hope that has been a little bit helpful to some of the men who might choose to watch. By Jove, a lovely bottle of gin. So then, when you've finished, don't forget to turn the iron off, because if you don't, and you can burn things. So happy ironing. Goodbye.